Alrighty, we are streaming! Oh yeah, Kels,
Hello.
no, it's very fisheye-ish. We are going around the
How is
world
it?
with this.
It's my
Woohoo!
stream.
We do be fisheye though. What is that, my tadpoles? I'm having too much fun with this. So the quality is garbage, the painting doesn't look necessarily that much better. But we're gonna fix that. I've got Davie with me. Say hi, Davie.
Hello.
What are you working on today, anyway?
Throwing a bunch of junk together to start a gouache painting.
Nice. I'm fully expecting, like, this painting is sitting on a grip pad, so it doesn't just slide down my table right now. And I'm, like, my table easel is absolute garbage and doesn't fit on my tiny workspace. So, I'm just gonna, like, have to hold it with my hand to paint on it. I neglected to clean my palette before I did this, so we will see.
You can't see it yet, but what I went to go look for is I have two of these little like cheapo watercolor palettes that I use, and the one is incredibly dirty. And I looked at it and I'm like, I could clean that, and I just went to go find the other one.
Oh, before I forget. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm just hoping the old paint on my palette won't interfere with the Pals be nice in the chat. Okay, let me run down my checklist to make sure I'm actually
I need to go save my kid, I think.
Is she wrecking face? Take that as a yes. So before I forget, thank you to Bob Killen and Invictus Aurora for the follow. Glad to have you guys join the pond.
Ooh, followers. Wow, they're in the pond. The tadpoles are in the pond.
Yes, I'm having too much fun coming up with goofy little things to add to that.
Hey there, Tadpole Nation.
It's not, no! No, no. Let me make sure your volume in Discord's not too high. I've had the problem of my friends being louder than me, which is preferable ultimately, but like not great for my stream necessarily, since I'm supposed to be audible on my own stream.
I don't know why you'd want to be audible.
I don't either. I don't even listen to audiobooks.
Well, Audible's a great service. How dare you?
I'm not sponsored, though. It'll be great when I'm sponsored.
Twitch is also owned by Big Daddy Bezos. You better watch your mouth.
Oh! Daddy Bezos, please!
Okay, I have like everything except I can't find my masking tape, so I can't tape my paper to my board.
Ow, that's gonna be rough. Yeah. I'm trying to figure out where I'm gonna take this painting. I have more contrast in this shadow back here. I'm also going to use my nicer paints because I started this with my Walmart nastiness to try to use it up, and it's absolutely dreadful.
Walmart paints, oh no.
Yeah, it's like painting with skim milk that's been colored. It's basically watercolors at that point.
Oh, is it like that crappy
Like it's
yes. Like tempera type?
Pretty much.
Nice.
Less than. Nice. The last time I said that person picked up on my joke. Or like just the grammar of it.
See, I don't have to pick up on your jokes if I just don't listen to you.
At least you're consistent.
Let's see if I can.
I'm so annoyed that my webcam is this fisheye because like I can't show my palette, which is where most of the action is probably going to be happening, considering painting 50 million years.
I've definitely had that issue and like tried to figure out better camera angles to be like, here's the palette and here's the painting, because otherwise it just looks like you're staring at a painting that's not being painted.
Yeah, just watch my paint dry for me, thanks. I mean, maybe it'll just incite me to work faster. I can't just take my forever sweet time with it.
Yeah, he's got a whole ass. You can do it.
Stewie.
Oh, I forget. Have you linked this to like your family and stuff? Should I be more PG?
No, you can be you. It's just JC I'm worried about.
Rough. Okay, do this. Oh,
there's so much delay with my webcam. I have to like wait 3 whole seconds to see what it's gonna do. Right.
Is it like delay with the webcam, or is it delay with
Well, I guess
are you looking at the stream? I'd say if you're looking at the stream, then that'll be way delayed. But if it's delayed on your OBS, then
that's true. Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying. Right, I was gonna apply a red to that first ridge shape, and it is not gonna be dark enough. I cannot hold my painting and mix paint at the same time. Either that or I'm gonna be doing it one-handed, and it's gonna be a little bit of a mess. So, I mean, I'm not a huge fan of this painting right now, so I'm just gonna do it.
happy little accidents.
I'm gonna make this whole thing a joyous accidental occasion.
So I was going to get my other palette earlier, and I bent down for like half a second to pick it up off the ground, and my cat jumps to my back and jumps into my closet shelf.
Jesus. So
athletic. She really is like when I was biking before I moved my place around a bunch. She would she got in the habit of jumping on my back while I was biking so that she could jump up into like the little loft storage thing.
Oh my gosh.
She's like 12 foot in the air.
That's insane. I mean, she's small enough that she could really go the distance if she wanted to.
Oh yeah, the one day she jumped all the way from the top of that to like a couch, like halfway across the room.
You've got relatively high ceilings, right?
Oh yeah, they're probably 12 foot or so. It's like an old industrial building.
One of these days, I'll figure out how to play music in my streams, but it is not this day, since I've already taken 5 years to get started.
Well, you could just open YouTube, and then it will play.
True.
You have desktop audio. The issue is that Twitch has a bunch of DMCA stuff, so.
Yeah, and I did add an extension. I just don't really want to fool with it yet right now. But also, my viewers are free to listen to whatever they want to if they choose to stick around.
Yeah.
Are you not entertained? Don't answer that question. Alright. I want this part to be lightest, and that is not what it is being right now. I want to darken the other part.
Okay. Finally found my masking tape.
Mask that tape.
painting is a go. I can start my stream soon.
I always overestimate how much paint I can pour out and use in a session. And with acrylic, it sucks because it does not keep.
No, it does not. That paint is dead the second you pour it out.
It was dead before I poured it out.
True. Unless you get a stay wet palette, those they are great.
Oh yeah, you have told me about that. I should look into those. I kind of just want to get better at just measuring my paint better, honestly.
There's definitely something to be said. Like, at least when I was learning acrylic from my teacher, she was like very big on. She was like an impressionist, so she's like, no, just throw literally all of it at. Like, if you think you have too much, that's the right amount. Actually,
yeah, I'm super bad about using any decent amount of paint. I'm more prone to, like, well, I blame my glaze project last year for school because it was applying diluted paint with medium layers and layers and layers of that, and it was beautiful. It's like a super amazing painting that I then lost. Yeah, but I have a picture of it, and that's I cling to that image. But I think that got me addicted to subtleties of paint and using very little of it. And you can really stretch oil paint out like super thin.
Oh yeah.
So now I really struggle to apply any amount of paint. Period.
I find I have to like kind of like toggle a switch in my brain and be like, this is the sort of thing I'm trying to achieve.
Mm-hmm. Like, yes, I'm allowed to use paint. I can. This is a thing.
It's like if I'm going for realism, then I definitely do like the glaze approach with like a million layers and like subtlety and time. But like, what was it? I guess like that tree, the very fiery, like red and yellow tree. I seem to like. Like that's you just kind of turn off your brain. You're like red and yellow dots everywhere it's go.
Mm-hmm. Also, traditional painting is going to really stretch my brain on stream because I have yet to be productive enough while talking at the same time.
You can do it.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
You're winning, son.
Are you winning, Dad? Also, I've got my sketch sitting behind it. This is the charcoal rendering I did for my still life. Because my still life, you know, with arranging things in my minuscule bedroom.
How do you have your webcam set up?
Huh?
How do you have your webcam set up
it's
right
on
now?
Its little comfy tripod.
As if there's like any way to make it like a little bit further away. It might.
Nope. It is on the edge. Okay. I'll figure that out eventually, sometime. This is so much a work in progress in every sense of everything.
It's okay.
It do be what it do be, though. Do. No, I tried putting it on my little corner desk, and that went not well. So, it's like, okay, we'll try the other one. It's gonna take me a hot minute to figure out what setup works. And as annoying as it is, that's the nature of it.
Totally agree.
Also, just, I don't know, streaming in the studio might even be nicer simply because the easel does the work of holding the paint for me. Painting. I want to stick my nose into this painting. I realized that when I first started it.
For like detail, I had a bad habit of shoving my hair in front of the webcam for a while. And like, it's like a good reminder to keep your posture.
I'm shaped like a shrimp right now.
Oh no.
No one tells you about the noises in art. You really gotta commit. You gotta get in there with it.
Yeah, if there isn't blood, sweat, and tears on the canvas, then what are you really doing?
You're doing something wrong.
If you aren't moaning while you're painting, like really, what are you doing? This is taking so much longer to set up than I thought. Go, go, go.
Are you not streaming yet?
I'm not. You're beating me.
Oh. I had to quickly, like, haphazardly repaint my nails because I was like, oh, my nail polish looks terrible. I'm going to take it off. And then it had stained my nails blue. I'm like, I don't want to look like I have hypothermia. And so I had to, like, slap on a new coat. It's not even the color I want.
Yeah, I was going to trim my nails originally, but I've run out of time. I don't look that bad.
They do be like that.
One of my hobbies to point out the obvious to nerds.
I like that the username is "You did this" too, because the "You did this" one was probably already taken.
Or it got banned.
You did this.
What did you do? What did you did this?
Yeah. What did? Who is the you and what did they do? And what is the this?
Or you don't want to know what this is?
I'm scared.
You know, I've been setting up all my space for painting, but I've not actually thought about what I'm painting. Like even a little bit.
Are you gonna jump on the owlbear train with me? I'm thinking of doing a cutesy owlbear at some point after last night's one shot.
Maybe I will do that. First, I need to find a bear
and an owl and create an unholy fusion of the two.
And then I will put them together. Edward.
This triangle is being a pain because the original block is this, and so it's like a super saturated dark purple. But I don't think that's gonna show up very well. It's gonna look black if I paint it like that. So I don't know.
We're black, huh?
Oh my gosh. That's what we play for. Add some dark to it. Spicy with the color mixing. Something else like deviating from my still lives. Like making color choices that weren't the original. Is been good practice. If I get this one finished on stream and have time to start another one, it will be a bigger one because my neck already hurts.
Oh no.
Apart.
You are falling apart.
I'm dying. It's not faster.
What'd you do?
Don't tell Ryan I need to go to the chiropractor.
I'm telling.
Yeah. Oh, do you remember what time you left the one shot last night? Because I completely wrong what happened after you left.
I think you guys were being attacked by. You were fighting the wolves.
Yeah, I don't understand what happened with that because we were being diplomatic and we almost were like, hey, maybe make a contract with the villagers. it was going well, and then all of a sudden, like, Firewolf and Electric Wolf were like, kill! Like, frick! No! Inky almost straight up died. He took so much damage. For context, you did this too. This was part 2 of a D&D one-shot I joined. So, yeah, like, I don't know, none of my, attacks were landing, so I unhelpfully stood at a relative distance and, like, used my crossbow, and I was like, I'm gonna fire at the wolf! And you miss! And I fired, and I missed, and I fired again, and I missed. I need to find that audio clip again, because it's, like, one of my favorite things. Fire! Fire! This went on for a long time.
I had some ice cream. Something.
I think I've forgotten how to paint. I've not touched traditional in weeks.
I say that every time I start a traditional stream, and for like the first 30 minutes, I'm like,
how do I do this again? Golly.
Like, I could have sworn I've been paid to do this, and it's all gone. Just like disappear.
Yeah, I'm kind of worried about opening commissions because they'll be like, oh, paint me this thing that you know how to paint. And I'll be like, oh, yeah, I know how to paint that. No, I don't. Even though I've painted it before.
That's what I was saying about like that. Like, it's very beneficial to have like a consistent style or something, so you could just kind of lean on that, and it's not as problem solving.
That's why I feel ill-equipped to begin that road. But I mean, you just kind of gotta do it. That's what I'm hearing or understanding is that you just
do it.
Basically,
Just do it.
Make dreams true.
Don't let your dreams be memes. Memes.
Yes.
Yes.
Let your dreams
Don't let your
less than memes.
Be an actual cannibal.
Be an actual cannibal? What did you say?
Yeah, actual cannibal, Shia LaBeouf. He's running through the forest.
Yes.
He's right behind you.
See in that corner of your eye. Shia LaBeouf. Shia surprise!
Oh, that's so great.
The internet, while perilous at times, is a pretty great place other times.
I don't know. There's a lot of pairs on the internet, I think.
Oh, yeah? Would you be able to identify them if you saw them?
No.
That's what I should do. I need to take the "is this a pigeon" meme and put you on it. And is this a peach?
Please, no.
Yes.
See, like people pretend that I'm smart, and then I do stuff like that. Like, Davie, you're so smart. I'm like, I don't know. I'm aware of the track record.
Which Davie are you looking at? Because I'm looking at a different one. Yeah. I just claim to not be smart, so I can surprise people when I do smart things, or at least surprise myself. I'm like, whoa! Did I do that? That's so cool. Let's try to do that again. Oh, it didn't work.
I feel like I always got like unfairly called smart. Like the standards were set a little bit too high.
Oh.
Like I am smart, but like I don't know why. Especially as a kid, I think I just read books and like retained the vocab. They're just like, oh my god, I used like a 3-syllable.
Yeah, I wrote in cursive.
Literal.
Enough, apparently.
I'd be like, oh, I did not just read Percy Jackson. Leave me alone.
Like, I'm not the only kid who would die, right? having as much trouble going from digital to traditional as I may or may not be? I'm trying to remember. I didn't really have
I'm
much
not live.
before, but I'm definitely not having a system right now. The thing about my block paintings is I try to work the whole surface at the same time, but also at that same time, it's like, it's almost cell shading in a way. So I just have all these defined planes to do one at a time. I just don't interrupt what you're saying.
I just said I haven't actually started yet.
Yeah.
It was Randy Grace. I thought you'd be like, oh, hop in voice, and then you'd be like, no, I'm live right now.
I did no such thing. Flat. No, thank you.
I mean, to be fair, it's like almost 2, so it's pretty much just on me.
I'm glad to have you join me anyway. My monologuing would be not so great.
Not to worry, I'm gonna go live on Reddit, and then I'm gonna plug the shit out of your stream.
Oh dear. That sounds unhealthy.
Not your rock garden kind of plug.
Down, doggy, down. Oh, I added way too much red to that. Boogers. I have to repaint that with some booger. Too dark, too dark.
Whoa, what's wrong with being too dark?
I plead the fifth. I'm gonna have like full on crab hands at the end of this for how bunched up my fingers are.
They're pretty crabby already.
It's true. You're gonna see a lot of pinky out.
Pinky out.
I have to like stabilize my hand against my jig. Okay, that shadow is darker than that one. But I think that's too dark. I think this is gonna be a very strange painting. The nature of the painting has definitely changed a lot when I started painting without the original still life still in front of me. Like I stopped doing my watercolor studies, and that has drastically changed how I interpret them. So I have to like more so make it up as I go, and that is difficult.
Isn't that the fun part, though? It's being totally out of control.
No.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it is either. It just sounded like an artsy thing to say. It just sounded like an artsy thing to say.
I just let the painting speak to me, you know?
Just
Okay, I have unironically said, something, like I've done this to, quote unquote, let the material have a say in the work.
Okay, have you actually said that in like a legitimate sort of way, or in
Yes.
like my class?
Unironically. I mean, like, it's been in a school context, but I meant it at the time, and I mean it now. But it's just a goofy way of just saying, like, oh, if I'm painting with ink, I'm gonna let it run over the page and let it, contribute to the piece,
See, I get that. I sometimes I feel like a lot of artists say that sort of thing, and sometimes I just feel like it's convenient, like convenient artsy facade for just not being very like craftsmanship.
Anatomy, it's just my style.
It's just my style. But like, well, I just like blocky colors and like impressionism because it looks better. Like, have you ever? But also, I've never tried the alternative. I'm like, sometimes I want to know like that an artist has the chops rather than just like immediately jumping into taco style. Not that I can really say I have the chops. They all have the chops. What am I, Alex? I swear he only eats one meal every 3 days, and it has to be wrapped in bacon.
Or it's
all I've ever heard from him.
Yes.
Or nuggets.
It's, the most I hear is like Uber Eats, or I like made this entire gourmet dish from scratch. It's like, all right, okay.
Really? Because I always hear him. He's just like, I bought like a pork tenderloin covered in bacon from the store, and I made it hot.
Yeah.
There's broccoli.
Oh yeah, it's like always rice and half a vegetable.
Yeah, so like one half.
Wow. My breakfast this morning, we had like, I found a container of beans Mom had cooked in the fridge, and so I was like, oh, I'm gonna put cheese and salsa on this, and I did. And I was like, I'm so fancy. Can't wait to tell Davie about this. It's like
cheese and salsa. Wait, what was it on?
Beans.
Oh, beans.
I'm like, look at me go! No, we didn't have any.
It was just a pile of beans.
It was in a bowl. It wasn't just a pile.
Not on the floor. Okay, good.
Yeah, I just put it in my hand. Held it for a while to get them a little warm.
Sir, this is beans.
Oh yeah, the beans on the guy's computer.
It's the greatest thing.
Let's see. That
okay.
Dark shadow. Stay. Hold that. Okay. That's not staying. I'll have to do one.
Are you a real artist unless you can dual wield?
Paintbrush in each hand, paint tube in my toes.
There actually are a lot of artists like that.
Really?
I know at least. Well, I don't know if there's a lot.
I had to work so hard to train myself out of putting my paintbrush in my mouth to hold it. Does that count?
Why did you stop then?
Because my teacher would have absolutely screamed at me in class if I had tried that.
Oh.
Okay, well, not like actually, but kind of actually.
I did that shit in all my classes.
It's hard not to. Especially if you did it, growing up or something.
I never even really did it growing up. I just naturally, I'm just like, I need space.
Yeah.
It's going in my mouth. I don't care.
But especially with like oil paint and stuff. I mean, she almost.
Food poisoning.
She didn't require it, but she strongly suggested wearing gloves anytime. And like, we had to wash our hands before we ate anything and stuff. So she was super anti oil paint ingestion, which is like, that's a good thing, yeah. But like at the same time.
What a nerd.
So anytime I eat like food or a sandwich in my studio or something, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna die. But like, ironically.
Well, like, the only bad thing with most of the, so with oil paints, it's really just like the mineral spirits and then the pigments, depending on the paint, that can be dangerous. Because like linseed oil is actually like semi-food safe, I believe. Mm-hmm. Or no, what's the other one? I don't know. I don't remember if linseed is, but I think it can be. It's not good to eat, but it's not like bad. But like the solvents, like Galkid and that stuff, and then like the mediums that contain solvents are bad. Mm-hmm. And then you have like
Galkid gets so gummy.
It does, but I really like the effect, so I don't know what.
Yeah, I'd have to actually cut off into my bottle in order to be able to use it.
Yeah.
Because it just got so solidified.
Well, I've heard, so it has to do with like the amount of oxygen that's in the bottle. So like once you have it halfway empty, it's already like at risk of starting to oxidize. So I guess a lot of people will just automatically go for like the very large bottle. And then I heard some people say like if you flip it upside down, it prevents it. Also keeping it out of the sunlight because that increases the oxidization rate. Okay. Maybe.
No shame, no shame. No games either.
I feel shame. I want to find something pretty but easy to paint. Because the Albert is cool, but I don't know if I want to do the whole process live. Hello, kitty cat. Do not step in the paint, thank you.
And because I started learning to paint with oil, mixing with oil is so different from mixing with acrylic. Like right now, my little pockets of paint are threatening to dry on me as I'm mixing.
Wet palette.
Pocket.
No. Not yet. Can't. You stop it. I don't know what you're doing. Stop it. You know, she has been. What about? When I first got her, she jumped in some linseed oil and some pigment and walked around a little bit.
Oh gosh.
Then I had to scrub her off with like olive oil, or with like I think I used vegetable oil to try and get it all out of her, so she wouldn't eat it.
She wouldn't lick it off. Die.
Yeah, that was. She was like 2 weeks old too. It was rough.
Oh.
Or not 2 weeks old, but 2 weeks since I brought her home.
My colors were showing up so dark on stream. Very interesting, very
interesting. Interdasting. Yeah, let's just see where this goes. Alright, starting the stream. Need to plug Gracie. Yeah, I think so. Bunch of nerds.
It's so funny. I'm so accidentally loud in all of our other voice calls, and as soon as I go on stream, I'm like, oh, quiet. If I'm quiet, maybe they only hear me. No, they're playing one of these days, I'm gonna pop my neck in. And it's just gonna fly off. Ouch.
Yeah, that sounds. That's what happens. That's what most people do.
That's pretty true. That's true.
I do scare people with my neck cracks.
Oh boy.
They're very loud. I don't know if it shows up on stream, but just definitely in real life, I've like cracked my neck and be like, "Are you break your neck? I don't know. It felt great. But it'll just like pop like 11 times. I'm like,
That's awful.
It feels so good though.
Yeah. It really does scare me though if I pop my neck and it doesn't feel good. It's like, oh no. That did not go as planned. Something's wrong. What the local color of this still life was. It's really throwing me off. It's like this off-white, off-yellow background. I gotta figure out how to. Yeah, that. All that I just did. That.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I feel like I do that a little bit too much now.
Oh, quote that?
No, just the yeah. Anytime I've started like defaulting to just saying that anytime I'm just like I'm only like half paying attention or like I have no idea what the hell you're talking about. It's usually I'm like paying attention, I'm just like I have no fucking clue what somebody's talking about.
Oh, I was really bad about that during D&D last night because I had a friend message me or like I got a hold of her and she's really hard to get a hold of, and so I was like, I'm gonna take advantage of my opportunity to talk to you, and so I was texting her, and like the rounds are kind of long, you know, in D&D, so you're kind of waiting for your turn, kind of half paying attention, sort of. And it was my turn. I was like, what's going on?
Oh no. Did you enjoy it? Yeah. I was saying she seemed pretty quiet when I was there.
Yeah, but like I think she actually had fun, which is
good. Nice.
Yeah. Oh, that's too dark. Oh boy. Also, like trying to judge acrylic color on the palette versus
what it actually dries as.
When it dries and in relation to what you've already got on the canvas. Color relativity is insane. Just putting things next to each other changes them dramatically. This
Perfectly calculated. Simple geometry.
Outstanding moves. Ouch. Not used to using this small brush either. I think I upscaled the size of my still lives without completely upscaling the size of my substrates. So I'm doing smaller size blocks in relation to the size of the paper. So I'm having to use smaller brushes. And boy howdy, is it taking a toll. So I used to have just like 3 blocks per painting, and the paintings were 5x7. And this is a little bigger than that, I think. Yeah.
All right, I'm officially doing stuff.
Please.
Only took me an hour after I said.
So I was like, I'll get up and work on setting up 2 hours in advance. And it took me the whole 2 hours, and then even right up to the point. And after the point, it was late.
Here I am. I woke up a lot earlier, but I was like, I'm way too tired to do anything right now. I'm gonna fall back asleep. So I set an alarm for like 30. Because I dipped earlier last night, but I stayed.
I think I did something similar. Because we got done at like 1, so I wasn't going to sleep till maybe 2:30. Decide on what
Currently, I'm painting a mountain, but I might go other places with it eventually.
Spicy.
Just trying to get back into it, something nice and comfortable.
I've never painted that before.
They're great.
I'm right, and I will not hear otherwise. Elk is broadcasting live.
I'm in the studio.
Yeah, boy.
The My Crampy studio.
Aww.
Crow's just poking her head out underneath the painting in the back. Much.
I can't see her. Oh no, there she is. Ah! That's great.
Just like, hello.
I need to figure out how to put your I should put your social on my screen. I'll have to figure out later how to do that.
I even have it set up. Oh, did that? Nope, that didn't work. Wrong one. Bam, now we can check out. Let's see what Grace is doing on.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. She's painting blocks.
So exciting. So
Have you guys ever seen things like these? So spooky.
So spooky. Poor cow.
That was our correspondent on the ground. At this point, I figured we'd maybe catch Cal being on this early.
Yeah.
He's doing his funk.
I also, when you're oil painting, you don't use a lot of white generally. Or at least I never did. And it's just so much white in the coat painting.
I use a ton of white in every paint. Maybe not a good thing, but I do it anyways.
Well, I mean, acrylic, you have to either just, you don't generally use straight from the tube, I've found. So, you gotta mix something. I don't know, just the coat's not as flexible as oil is.
It's like flexible in other ways, though. It's sort of got its own things.
Pros and cons, pros and cons. My teacher suggested I paint with gouache sometime, and I think I have exactly 2 tubes of gouache.
You might need slightly more.
Yeah. I looked at like for potentially buying some, and I've got stuff I can use for now. This is kit.
So it is expensive. If you're gonna get gouache, though, I highly recommend getting Holbein. Okay. Definitely my favorite stuff.
Nice.
I I've gotten this like Windsor Newton stuff before, and don't like it at all. Like it's supposed. I feel like I've seen other people say it's good, but I do not like it. Girl, what the heck are you doing?
How's the snow situation up there?
It is supposed to melt soon. Apparently, it's going to be like it's not going to be a white Christmas, I guess.
I can't believe Christmas is this week. I told Mom I feel like it's more appropriate for Christmas to be next week or something, and then I'll be ready for it.
Yeah, I'm still like in November.
Yeah, exactly. Mentally, I'm here. Here being.
What are you doing? Hmm? I don't know what she's doing.
I had the realization about a week ago, that moving out with Charlie would be very difficult, and there's a possibility that he would have to stay with the family.
It is quite hard. It's quite hard to take your pets when you move out.
Yeah.
Unless you have
any pet friendly anything is going to be more expensive. But outside of that, like he's an inside outside cat, and it would be so difficult to find a place where that would be feasible for him to keep doing his inside outside thing. Yeah, no.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's like the best thing you could maybe do is if you're looking for places to share, sometimes you can get a little bit luckier that way. Or like, I know a couple places I looked at, they were still very cheap and reasonable, but like I was gonna move in with this group. It was like a whole group of like young professional type people. But it was like a 4-way split of like a decent sized house, and they had like a backyard and stuff. So if you can find a like that or something, then it's become a lot more reasonable if you have a whole house that's being rented.
That's true. That's some purple you got going on there. Blurple.
Going a little bit wet for my timeline here, but we're gonna make this warpy shit work.
Yeah.
I've got the synthwave. I've got the shades of purple. I mean, how can I go wrong?
Vaporwave Monday. It doesn't feel like Monday either.
Yeah, it doesn't actually. I keep thinking it's Sunday.
I was thinking it was like, I don't know what I thought it was. I just remember standing in the kitchen, squinting off into space for a whole 3 seconds trying to figure out what day it was. You could see the buffering symbol on my face as I was trying to figure it out.
Yeah, you can always see that though.
It's stuck like that. It froze.
Yeah, you're literally that case everybody's mom's talking about.
Oh no!
You leave your face.
Oh, I just realized my webcam has been picking up audio this whole time. I wonder if that's been disruptive to any extent. I guess we'll find out later.
I wonder if your OBS is using your webcam as a mic. You sound quite different there.
Now I do?
I'm checking it now. You sound like lower quality than you do in Discord. So I wonder if OBS is using your webcam as your mic instead of your mic.
Well, I just muted my webcam, so interesting. Doesn't make any sense to me.
Well, I can hear you still, so I guess it's not just a little bit different in there for some reason.
Bad little bit different, or like switch it back?
Well, it's not any different from what you switched. It's, I don't know. It kind of sounds like there's like more background hum than there is in Discord, but maybe Discord's canceling some of it. Might be the thing.
Maybe I should turn my sensitivity up a little bit.
It'll be fine. You can listen back to it later and try and improve your audio. You're still definitely like understandable and listenable.
Okay.
Well, just like you know how you adjusted the webcam for quality, you can do some stuff like that with your mic as well.
Mm-hmm. Right, got it. Getting it figured. Okay, let's see. What do I do next? I feel like that part's fine. I'm going to adjust those shadows. This painting is all over the place in terms of warms and cools. I usually try to keep those in mind and sort of plan with them.
Let's see. Check the grace cam.
Gray scam.
You're right, this is a scam.
Judas. No.
Look at this.
Murder.
And there's like a red.
Oh boy.
Honestly, I don't know. I mean that red block's looking pretty tasty.
Yeah, like
that one.
The dark blue ones are always like, the dark ones are very, very dark on camera. Even taking pictures on DSLR, it's really hard to get the right colors of my paintings. Let's see. Okay. Hi, Davies. Hi, Davies stream. Hello, Davies stream. Hi, Reddit. Reddit gets wiggly fingers. Wiggly fingers for Reddit.
There you go. Saw the wiggly fingers.
I don't know, sometimes my yellows get quite cool, which seems counterintuitive. You know, people are like, oh, you've got warm colors and cool colors, and as soon as I start mixing stuff, I'm like, but you can have warms and cools of both.
A cool yellow?
Yeah.
I don't know how you've done that. I feel like that's not in my brain.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's actually what's happening, but maybe just the surrounding colors are making it read as cool. That is not the color I wanted at all.
I mean, I agree with the whole warms and cools of each color. I just, in general, yellow is kind of like a weird one where it really only likes to do its own thing.
Yeah. Like you invite yellow into your painting and yellow walks around, looks at it, and then does what it's going to do, and you just kind of watch it happen. A day when my setup does not look like this, and it will be a good day.
You can do it. Maybe.
My third stream over, we need to chill out.
Well, you're not even like ninja by your third stream. What are you doing?
Doing well then? I don't want to be like ninja.
What's wrong with ninja? What did he do to you, huh?
I don't know. Isn't he like?
Did he say poggers when he? No, he's.
I don't keep up with him. I don't know what he's doing these days. I associate
really
him with Fortnite.
Yeah. He's like kid focused.
Like, Fortnite bad. You know, camp.
See, I try not to do that too much.
Yeah, it's silly, and I'm less in it than I used to be. I guess I just hang out with so many people who are like, oh, Fortnite's stupid.
I mean, like it kind of is, but like whatever.
Yeah.
There's like I don't know. There's too much. I am a '90s kid, and Fortnite is dumb. My video games are better than your video games.
Yeah. My Tamagotchi would be in Fortnite any day.
God, do you guys even know what SpongeBob is? I'm such an educated. God, these Zoomers can't stand them. I'm like 4.5 years older than the Zoomer cutoff. I'm so much more.
Don't cite the dark magic too rich. I was there when it was written. That shadow should technically taper. Yeah, put it back. Undo.
Yeah, Control Z. I don't think ever successfully been able to remix a color that I had before. It's always something new. I like to repaint that whole section. Gotta work on your color matching though. I really do. Oh my goodness. I feel like that's not true. You have pretty good colors on your blocks. Thank you. Colors, yes, but like matching colors I already have. I feel like if you just stay like cognizant of it and get enough mileage going, you kind of like build up your own little formula list. Yeah. Like my teachers taught me a couple of them. I really do go by like warms and cools. I mean, that's mostly what I do. I just have like a handful of basic ones that are in my brain. Yes. Invictus, because Aurora is too difficult to say over and over. I don't remember which webcam this is. It is like a $25 one off Amazon. I could jump up and check the packaging, but it is fisheye galore is what it is. Galore or gore? Galore. Fisheye gore sounds absolutely too graphic. It's a horror movie, but the whole thing's in fisheye to make it seem closer and bigger. Oh no. Filmmakers on YouTube be like. Also, Invictus, now that you're here, thank you for the follow. Glad to have you. You have now joined the ranks of the tadpoles. I'm accruing an army. We march at dawn. That one's next. Yeah, I've also not really been very purposeful with my color prompts. Deadpool Squad! Yes. Hi, Sam. Welcome to the stream. She's weird. She's great. She's Toad! Madam Salem. Yes. This is my original Sam,
not our Sam.
Okay, that's why I was confused there for a second.
Sam. Yeah. Is Beacon still going?
Who's that beautiful man voice? That's me, Davie.
This is Davie. Davie's art friend.
I'm also painting.
Yes. Check him out on Reddit at _, Instagram.
Yeah.
Davie, you can like plug your social in my chat, since I haven't yet put it on my stream.
The link to it's kind of weird, but
do it.
That
one. Don't worry about that Let's see what this does. Oh, that's Prodigy Blue. My goodness.
That's some good art. Thank you.
Yeah. It is good art.
Is it? I feel like it's a potato so far.
Oh, you gotta start with potatoes, you know? French fries start with potatoes, so.
I have a lot of Irish blood, so.
Yeah. What do you spray?
I'm spraying
your palette? Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I associate squirt bottles with cats misbehaving.
I never used that with girl.
Really?
Which was funny. But she came over and I had like a spray bottle in there, and I was just using it for something else. And she's like, "Why? Your cat isn't afraid of the spray bottle at all." I'm like, "Yeah. Why would I spray my cat? That's not nice."
Also, Sam, you can draw. You just can't make the stuff that you think you want to make, but you can still draw. I believe in you. You do it enough, you might get to where you want to be with it.
See you later, imagination.
Subjective. That's subjective, Sam. I will fight you and I will lose, but I will fight you anyway.
Maybe art isn't your battle. Art is a battle.
Okay, but like, Sam can write. I have read her writing, and she's amazing. I cannot write. Well, I can write, just very, very poorly. A wink.
Aren't you in the creative writing group?
Yes, and I drug her into it. She came very... Yeah, I am in the writing group. I have not written anything for it.
Does it mean acrylic is... Somebody asked if gouache is like acrylic.
Yeah.
Not really. It's like a very thick watercolor.
Yeah. I've heard it dries like almost chalky matte, which is super interesting.
Yeah, it's very, very matte, usually.
It's too light.
I didn't mean to cut you off about the writing group.
Oh, no, you're good.
So she can write, huh? You said she can write?
Yes, Sam can write. I want to read more.
What kind of stuff?
Yes, Sam, what do you do?
Kind of stuff?
What do you write?
Like Sonic fan fictions, or?
She's not that skilled yet. Someday, Sam will graduate with the ability to write. Oh yeah, Davie, you should join the group and publish your fanfiction. No, please don't. For legal reasons, that was a joke. Yes, you're getting your master's in Sonic fanfiction. Certification. Writing fan fiction is one thing. Writing friend fiction is a whole other thing.
Oh yeah, I have a certain talent for friend fiction.
I tried to write a couple of like comic adventures and put myself and my friends in it. It didn't go too many places. It's also very strange. I'm glad I did not keep up with it. It wasn't weird. It was like just poorly written and
also I do more writing than that one fiction.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I have like half of a written fantasy novel.
Really? You never told me this.
Stories,
oh
yeah.
wait, no, is that the thing you're illustrating? That's not illustrated?
No, it's related.
Oh, okay.
One's a novel and then one's like a children's story. Like it's gonna be like a storybook, but it's also like kind of in the same world. It's kind of like how The Hobbit started as a like The Lord of the Rings started as a children's book. It was The Hobbit, but it was like very simplified.
Mm-hmm. That's great. Yeah, Sam, fan fiction is exactly what it sounds like, and it can be as bad as you make it.
Should I regale them with the?
No, I think we will
summary
hold off on that
of
one.
the Iron Man. No, you don't think so? It's not.
I don't think the world is ready for that. Also, our group might excommunicate you if you leak that to the public.
Okay. Wait, what? I don't think this isn't gonna carry.
Yeah, but like also, I don't know, just don't do it on my channel. I'm getting banned from living.
Like that's understandable.
Okay, well he said half a novel, Sam. Don't be too intimidated. There's anything you should know about Davie is that he's methodical. What's a nicer word for slow?
Hey, I can work quickly. It's not on anything I care about.
Oh. So if I commission you, you'll get it done in like a day?
It depends on what it is. Sometimes I care about commissions a lot.
I think that would be my problem with commissions, if I care too much by accident.
It depends on the project. With like a lot of my traditional stuff, I go very slow because I care about it a little bit more. Because like it's really going to be out there physical, and I'm going to take a bunch of photos of it, and it's going to be like for. But with digital, sometimes they're very shit posty, and it's just like whatever. Here's a Twitter banner. Go nuts.
Yeah, I think I'll probably like if I start posting to Twitter, it'll be solely digital stuff. My Instagram is just all over the place, and it is what it's gonna be.
I think that's fine. Yeah, I would not feel bad that I like. I don't have like a novel, and I haven't even really worked on it in like over a year. It's been put on in stasis. But like I have so many projects that are like half finished, and they're like almost all cool, but they're just not done. I'm very bad at finishing things, especially in this stage of my life.
Yeah.
Like if we look at my webcam, I don't know if you're watching my stream, but I have a giant turtle painting that's been getting painted for like a year at this point. It's a struggle.
It looks so good though.
I was thinking about just like importing it digitally or something.
Oh, that'd be neat. Yeah, I've started seeing on Instagram several posts of like people starting drawing traditionally and then finishing it digitally, and it looks really nice.
Yeah, I really like the ink artists who do that, and they'll do like all of the actual like pen work by hand, because it's like so much easier to be accurate and like have that good feel and line quality in hand. But then they'll import it and they'll separate it and they'll do like colors digitally and like paint around it.
Yeah, well, like,
and it looks great.
Sketching textures in digital can be super neat as well. Digital is definitely pushing me to be okay with texture, because that was the other thing that my glaze painting did for me, is like perpetuated my idea in my head that I can smooth things out blending, and so now I just blend things to death, and I need to back off with that. And it's not a bad thing, it's just I need to develop more than just one way of painting.
See, I like texture, but for me it has to be like intentional texture. I don't like especially in digital, it feels very like uniform and artificial to me.
Yeah, it can get campy pretty quickly if you're just like, big texture brush, I'm gonna do this, and then it's sort of like that, I don't do anatomy, it's my style. I feel like something similar can happen.
Yeah, it's just like one canvas texture thrown over the whole thing, or it's like, oh, here's my grunge brush set.
Yeah.
Blah. Everything looks like a rusty old sign.
Sam, are you gonna get in on this session 0 tonight? I'm gonna read all the stuff that what's his face put into our channel for it. We're doing sort of a orientation session for this one shot tonight, because there's so many people who are new to community. I don't think I'm gonna keep up with it after break, because it's just too much time and brain power for me to try to commit to. But I think it'll be fun to cope still on break.
Oh, is Sam a school friend? Is Sam a school friend?
Is from my OG Discord group, Overwatch Squad. Yeah, she's master Overwatch player.
Like actually masters, or?
I don't even know the rankings because I don't play competitive.
Oh, okay.
It's okay, Sam. You can't type correctly all the time. You're on my channel, so typing correctly is banned as it is. No one's allowed to be correct here. No, Sam is very good at Overwatch.
Oh, you're actually Grandmaster? Damn.
Right? That's what I'm saying. She got the moves.
Aw. I could never find friends that are good at Overwatch.
I know. I don't count because I'm not good.
Like, it's the effort that counts.
Later. Maybe we can play.
I'd probably play a couple rounds.
Haven't you been like sunk into that world a lot lately anyway?
What, Overwatch? I haven't played really in the last week. I've been playing. I got into Outward. Yeah. Love
How's
that game.
Going?
It's been fun. It's still really challenging. Ooh, Hades. Have fun.
Or...
The game looks really good. What did you ask about the challenging?
Oh, is it like fun challenging still? Or has it
It is a mix. What's up, Hero?
Hero! Hello. How was Bean Can streaming? How the beans doing?
See, that would actually maybe be a good game because you guys were liking the Monster Hunter world. You guys should check out Outward while it's on sale for like $10. You can play co-op and it's a lot of fun. It's a little bit slow, but I love it. You got to Grace watched me kite enemies for like a full hour the other night.
That's great.
It's very like anti like power RPG where you're like, oh, there's more than one enemy. If I fight them all at once, I will die almost instantly because it's like probably what should actually happen. You're not Superman who just kills everything in one hit.
Oh yeah, how'd you do that? Oh, did she play with you? What were you guys playing anyway? I kind of saw it, but also kind of not, because I was frantically trying to set up and save my stream. Had a lucky start. I'm gonna have to take a minute and clean my palette or grab a new one because the old acrylic that I started just putting stuff on top of is starting to crumble. Like it got reactivated enough. Oh yeah, Alien, nice. I do not know the name. The game. I know the name. I don't know the game. This show makes very little sense. But I'm keeping it in here. That's what I saw when That's actually bizarre looking. I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep that at all. I do that a lot when I remember to breathe. I'm like, oh yes, oxygen.
You are an enigma.
Thank you. I think.
That's one reaction.
Just goofy. It's not. I don't know. I'm not exciting enough to be an enigma.
I don't know. It'd be pretty entertaining if you just forget to breathe in public. That's it.
Just drop down. I don't know.
She's
dead. I'm discovering that part of the joy of streaming is not knowing what you're doing in front of an audience in real time.
The friends we made along the way. So.
That's not good enough. That is too red. Something I was surprised to
No
find.
such thing as too red.
Mm-hmm.
No such thing as too red. I have to maintain that opinion, otherwise my self-worth goes way down.
Oh. Your hair is beautiful. Liz, I'll fight you. I'll lose. Don't make me.
Am I a pretty girl?
Yes, you're the most beautiful girl.
Very
That's saying
cool.
a lot considering you're not even a girl. That I'm aware of. Davie, have you been catfishing me?
Maybe. Look at my stream right now.
Scandal!
If you turn on my stream right now, I'll take off my top and prove it to you.
Whoa, whoa, save it for the DMs. Whoa. Spicy, spicy. I'm still shrimp shaped. My posture is taking a beating. I have to remember that this strip up here is not tape, that is part of the painting. So I've not had that before in any of my other paintings. And I keep almost wanting to just like, throw my brush over it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. Don't do it. I might need to jump up and make some tea here in a moment.
Tea.
Tea. Tea indeed.
Is your voice already going hoarse? You talking too much?
Yeah, I make a joke that it's like, God's mute button for me. It's like, all right, you've been talking for a couple hours. Maybe it's time for you to sit down, take a break, get some rest in.
God, I can finally talk. Wow.
Sorry, did you hear something?
No. Nothing.
Oh, someone's in my voice chat with me? Where'd you come from? No,
Yeah,
I may be crazy, but I don't think I'm a successful monologuer enough to be a solo streamer yet.
Yeah, that's why I jumped on this bandwagon, because I hate doing monologue.
Eek. Yeah, you haven't streamed in a hot minute, have you?
Yeah, I just kind of lost the motivation to talk into the void.
Yeah.
It was nice when I was getting like more chatters more frequently, and I could like talk to people if they're around. But especially on Reddit, people like to hop around to like they'll ask like one question and disappear.
Yeah, that's kind of what I expected of the streams. That's why I'll invest the time into figuring out the music part soon.
See, like I think I was originally motivated to do it because I'm like, oh, I want to grow my social media side of things. But then I got so depressed with like Instagram being awful and like changing. So I was just like, well, I don't even have any like social media to like convert to from Reddit. So even if I do stream on Reddit, there was like no point. So I was pretty much just gave up with that and was having fun with digital, getting ready to figure out what my next plan of action might be.
Yeah. Yeah, I realized yesterday that I've not tried to animate anything in a minute, which I don't know if I'm going to for a while yet.
Your animations
So-
are really cool. You should.
Yeah, I mean they're super fun. It's just so time consuming, and I think I've got too many pokers in the fire as it is. I need to finish some projects, wrap some things up before I pursue that again.
As a person who does that, it's a great idea. I'm totally recommend it. I just don't know how to do it.
Oh,
If you figure it out.
colors are good, by the way.
You like my colors?
Yeah, they're very nice.
They're
Really enjoying these clouds too. Big fan clouds.
kind of drippy. Like not the good drippy. They're not like wearing like cool clothes. Okay, but like, how is there already a cat hair in one of my palette?
Oh no!
Like, how? When did I get so hairy in here? Why?
When was the last time you cleaned? Don't answer that. I don't want to think about the last time I cleaned because I won't remember.
Haven't you been like just putting that place together?
What, my room? Like trying to?
Yeah.
Yes.
So you're rearranging everything without cleaning it.
Yeah. Well, I had to get everything in its place first because the more I moved stuff, the more dirt would make itself evident.
That's. I guess it makes sense.
Because like if I got everything settled, then I could just sweep through it and clean it. But things haven't been settled yet. Sort of. They're getting there. They're mostly there. Paper making threw a wrench in the works with that. Let me actually, so I can actually show you. Jump up and get my stack of papers.
Paper.
Look at my paper. It's so much bigger on my webcam because my webcam is like 2 inches away from it.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
Some thick ass boys.
Right? Very thick. So this was, you can tell the difference. The first batch, it's a lot thinner, a lot more fragile, and then this last go around of it, I went like card stock, like thick. So I realized I wasn't using a lot of pulp. So this is a lot sturdier, which is nice because I think I hadn't planned on using them to paint, but I think I might. I'm just so excited that I'm getting a little bit.
I think you should do at least one, just because like. I think you should try painting on them at least once. I mean, just for like the mere fact of like, look, I made this paper and I painted it. And
yeah, that's like super cool. I just worry about its archival nature, if it'll last over time. But if we're doing studies or something, then that should be cool, right?
I feel like archival is just so overrated.
Well, I mean, yes and no. It's something worth taking into consideration in my mind.
I mean, a little bit, but like, I don't know. I feel like to some extent, it's just like a marketing thing that they're like all the art supply places are like, it's archival, I can charge more.
Well, my teachers are more like, you want to put good quality materials into your work because it will show people that you care about it, and also like if you want it to last, then yeah, it needs to be archival, or just to keep it in mind. Helen Frankenthaler didn't use gesso on her canvases, and so at the time, like, and she just painted directly onto it with oil, and she's like super experimental and stuff.
Yeah.
So then, like nowadays, when you look at her paintings, you can see the rings of oil that have seeped out from where she painted, which is kind of cool. Yep. I think she would have enjoyed it. Maybe she's still alive. I don't know. I don't know my artist that well yet.
I feel like in general, though, like, so like it depends on the medium, right? So like we still have certain mediums that are still like intact for very long periods of time. Like oil's very archival naturally. as long as it stays within like a certain subset of like things that it's painted on. But like when it comes to like watercolor and even like to some extent like acrylic, a lot of them, I mean, like watercolor, you're just gonna lose.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna die. Like
especially
there's just no getting
artwork in direct sunlight drastically affects it.
Yeah, like it's just a thing that's gonna happen. Like there's like a decent number of like even famous artists that are like half of their work they keep in like drawers because they're crumbling.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen, and like
Yeah,
and more than likely we're never gonna reach that like museum level of whatever. So like our family will inherit our artwork. They will take care of it poorly, and it will die then anyways, even if it's our kid.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's kind of like, who are you making art for? And if you're not making art for yourself first, then nobody else is going to care about it either. So,
yeah,
what we've been talking about somewhat lately is being your first audience.
The iridescent mountain.
What?
Do you know what iridescent means?
Nope, I've never heard that word before in my life. Not
Same.
saying that I know all the words, but...
Hey, David S. Blake, if you're still there, can you like thesaurus me? give me a little a cinnamon of that word. I actually have a pretty good vocabulary. I've not encountered that one. I might not even be saying it right. Uh-oh, I think he's gone.
He's dead. I might actually be getting close to done with this one, which is exciting. It's not exactly where I want it, but I have a feeling that if I finish it and step away from it for a while and come back to it and look at it later, I'll like it more.
Yeah, it's that artist thing. Like the second that you think it might be done, you're already done. Like 10 minutes ago.
Trying to catch that window as it happens is difficult.
See, people say that a lot, and I reject it entirely for my process. Though, it's never ever finished.
Yeah, I don't question it as much as I used to, I guess. So I'm just like, yeah, it's finished. Now, I did have that problem with an abstract project I had a semester or two ago.
Yeah, I feel like it depends on your like methodology, right? Like anytime that like less is more is a thing that probably applies a lot better. But I tend to like I guess it depends on your perspective. A lot of people would probably think like I overwork my paintings or like I had too much detail, but I do it intentionally, so I don't really care.
Yeah, I hope you're happy with it.
Also, possibly why I never finish anything.
Now that might be a problem.
Might be a problem, but I'm aware of it. So.
Just a tad. Ow, my hand crimped. Ah! And I almost flung my paintbrush into oblivion, but I did not.
Proud of you.
Thank you.
You did
There's hope for my reflexes yet. Yeah, I want to make strange paintings. I had this idea that I just want to paint things that feel less out of my control, and I keep getting hung up on like, oh no, I can't do that. It's like, well, yeah, you can. I technically I can paint anything I want to. So what's stopping me?
See, I feel like that's like a very common thing with a lot of people, and I don't get it.
What, like not painting just because they want to paint something?
No, just being like, there's like this I can't thing that people do, and it's just something I don't encounter in like my worldview or whatever. Like,
yeah, I mean,
I'm not like enormously confident. I just
I'm surprised by the stuff in his reference photos. I'm like, what the? How do you work up the courage to choose to paint something like that and you just do it? It's not a question of courage for you.
No, exactly. Like I don't ever put it on that level. Like
you don't have to rally your senses to work on something.
No, I just have like an unshakable belief that I can do literally anything.
Well, if you find more where that came from, feel free to send me some.
Yeah, no, I've questioned it for like a long time. It's also gotten me into like a ton of trouble throughout my life because I have like no respect for authority and I do anything you want. Well, no, like so I'm like in generally a very respectful person, but like if I disagree with you just because you're like whatever, a teacher or a parent or an adult, whatever, and I was like a kid, I'd be like, I don't know, your opinion still sucks. I'm not listening to you. But if like your opinion was good, then I'd listen to you because it's I'm like, make a good point and I'll listen to you. That's all I'm really valuing here. Did not do well in public school. They didn't, but they're like,
yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I'm the one too cooperative when I'm good, but I think that's a better problem to have in situations like that.
Oh, for sure. But like, I don't know. It's also let me do just a million different things. Like I just when I was in high school, like I've told you I was like a blacksmith, right?
Yeah.
Like everybody assumes I was just like taught that or something. No, I just like I decided I wanted to make a knife one day, so I did. I just Googled it until it worked.
That's really great.
To me, it's like the dumbest thing ever that not everybody does that, and I don't know how to bridge that gap. Because people would be like, "Man, I wish I could do X or Y," or be like, "If I could paint, or if I could write, or if I could do this." I'm just like, just do it. Just like literally pick up whatever you're talking about and do it. Why would you say that? There's like guides in the internet.
Try that sometime.
So is that really not like?
It's rough, dude. I am all about like stick in the mud. I don't try things unless. Also, it's like my perfectionist complex of like, oh, I won't do anything because I won't be perfect at it at the first try.
Interesting.
Sad is what it is.
I don't know if it's sad. I mean, just from talking to people, it seems like it's more the norm, the thing that people do.
Yeah. I think as soon as I get done with any problems that I see with this, I'll call it. I think 2 hours is a decent chunk of time.
That's interesting.
What?
It says I have 2 hours of airtime left on Reddit.
Really? I thought you could only stream for 45 minutes total.
Yeah, it's 45 minutes total, unless somebody gifts you stuff.
Oh.
People can gift you like a couple minutes for like instead of like subscribing or whatever on Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
But I have no idea how
have you been gifted?
No, there's not even that many people watching. I wonder if it's just bugged out. Hello, any of my 9 viewers. Does it say I have 2 hours left for you guys too? Or did somebody gift me like the Omega gift? Oh, I'm already down to 4 viewers. Okay. Killed him.
They're like, oh no, he spotted us. We must run. Scatter!
I didn't mean it, man.
Aw, cowards, all of them. This one shadow's getting me to run for my money. No.
You better cancel. Get your money back.
Yeah, I don't have that much money. I can't run that fast either.
Oh no.
Core and out of shape. What a combo. Oh man, I really will need to out after this, or I'll be able to paint again. I mean,
see, that was like half the reason I left early yesterday. It was a out of shape thing. I did leg day yesterday, and my hamstrings hurt so bad. I just didn't want to sit anymore.
Wow, that's rough. Cannot relate.
Nah, I was doing the full greasy workout. I was doing lunges.
Oh my gosh.
Calf raises was great.
I did a couple stink push-ups last night.
I can't remember if it was Barry's or Sam, but one of them said they couldn't do like even one push-up, but they both work out a bunch.
No,
and like,
Sam said it.
Yeah, I think it was Sam, because I think Barry's works out even more. She like actually goes to the gym.
Well, I mean, our center of gravity is low in the body, so doing push-ups is already kind of difficult. You have to use super buff arms to do that.
Well, there's definitely a thing with like men have larger upper bodies for sure. Well, I guess then it would depend on your body type. I guess so. The titties would be like in a bad spot leverage wise, would add a lot of weight. But then if you're more waist centric,
and that would also be super dependent on the video.
Yeah, like for me, push-ups are like a little bit more challenging on average, just because of my body layout. I'm literally top heavy.
Yellow enough. Now I have like almost no upper body strength.
But you could.
I'm trying to
just
maybe sort of work on it. Slightly, barely, not really.
You can do it. I don't know. I don't know if you want to do it, but you could do it if you wanted to do it.
I really do need to build up muscle just to protect my back.
That's been like the big reason I've gotten more and more into fitness, because I like exercising to like some extent, but it's mostly just like I want to drop more weight, so my back is under less pressure all the time. I think that'll benefit me in the long run.
Yeah.
Were you here when I was talking about the cookies?
No. Maybe.
It was like on Friday, I think, or Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
My family was making holiday cookies, and I went there, said run some errands and get some mail, and they gave me cookies. Cookies, they did taste good, and then they gave me cookies to go home. I got kind of high, and I ate them all too.
Cookie speed run to hope.
I had over 10 cookies, and they were lots more cookies.
Making me want to go make some.
Nah, I'm fat again.
Oh.
I was never not fat, but I'm fat.
Heck. Surprised JC didn't show up. I think maybe he just died to the world or something. It is 3 o'clock. Nice. All right.
Dude.
I am going to. Okay. There's still lots about this painting that kind of bugs me, but I am going to call it done so that I can move on with other projects.
Are you gonna stop streaming?
Yes, because my back hurts and my throat is going. And it would be advantageous for me to clean my palette, clean up, get ready for my thing tonight. All that jazz.
Thanks, Dixon. I'm not gonna say the rest of your name. But you're awesome too, buddy. Oh, did you see this?
Yeah. You are awesome, Davie, and thank you for joining my stream.
Yeah, no problem.
To my viewers, my tadpoles. Thanks for chilling. Tadpole, not nation. Why would it be a nation? I don't want a nation. There's too much pressure. I can't lead a nation.
I'm just thinking of like the H3.
Yeah.
Thing. Like, what up, Vape Nation?
Vape Nation. We get it, man. You vape. No, not Vape Nation. No, I think I'm going to refer to my quote unquote community if we're going to be that ridiculous with it. Be like, oh, my pond. Welcome to the pond.
If you can figure out what the scientific term is for like when the frogs leave all their like little bubbly eggs. Spawn. That's what it is with fish, right? Salmon go up to spawn or whatever.
I don't know, man. That just makes me think of Overwatch. Spawn camping. Spawn camping bad. Don't do it. I'll fuss.
My hair didn't even come out that bad.
I
wasn't sure where we were going. I just came showered.
Nice.
Called again.
Yeah, no, I'd be 50 million times more stressed if I was doing face cam on top of all of this.
I'd try it out someday.
Potentially, if I ever had a decent setup. We are going the janky route, as it is, but it's not janky, it's resourceful, it's inventive. Here's our painting for today. I will be posting this on Instagram at some point in time.
Make sure you follow Grace at Snarky Toad. Twitch.tv/Snarky Toad. She's very kind.
Thank you, Davie. Hi, Kuro.
Can you actually see her? She's like blending into my shirt.
You need to start wearing like light colored shirts so your black cat shows up at all.
She's just floating eyes right now. I love it. Say hi, girl. Good girl.
Oh, I can hear her purring. That's amazing. All right. Well, catch you guys whenever I decide to stream again. Thank you for joining me, Davie.
Yeah. Bye, Toadstream.
Bye,
I think
Tadpoles.
I'm too.